Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of the unboxing videos for LEGO Dimensions. Today we're going to be taking a look at the fun pack that is set number 71234, which is kind of cool to say. 71234. Very fun and very easy to remember. It is a 58-piece set, and it is, of course, yet another addition to the Ninjago family from the LEGO Dimensions lineup. And we have the one and only, the master himself, Sensei Wu. Then we have the flying white dragon. Yes, I know that it looks like a little bit of a mess, but it is a dragon. There's its like front legs, back legs. These are kind of supposed to be the wings, and there's the head there. So it is a dragon. It's just very weird looking, I know. Nonetheless, we have really nice image of Sensei Wu up top, as well as on the side here, looking very cool. And on the opposite end, we don't have any images, but just a tiny little amount of info. And then the back of the packaging actually showcases to us all three forms of the flying white dragon, including the flying white dragon itself, the golden fire dragon, which looks very menacing, and it looks a lot more like a dragon, to be honest, with the wings like splayed up open like that, and the head kind of being more isolated. It kind of looks better in my opinion. And then the ultra destruction dragon, which looks like something pretty menacing, especially in game. I mean, look at that model. That looks pretty awesome. So with that in mind, let's go on ahead and open this up, take a look at the lovely goodies inside, and let's see what we have within this package. Alrighty guys, so here is the assembled flying white dragon and Sensei Wu. So as always, let's begin with the minifig itself. So here is Master Sensei Wu, looking very cool indeed. I love that. Without the hat, of course, he still looks pretty neat, and that's super duper cool that they actually managed to get the figure to look cool with or without the hat. But of course, the hat makes him look that much cooler. He's got an awesome little staff, or quite large staff, I guess, to go along with him. We also have, of course, the beard piece, which does cover up quite a bit of the print work on the front of the torso, which is a bit unfortunate because there's some really cool details throughout. Plus, I really love the overall feel of the stylish kind of white and gray colors that Sensei Wu sports. So he definitely looks quite stylish. And then on the back there, we have a nice little kind of insignia as well as two hidden shuriken stars. So you know that Sensei Wu, even though he's got just the staff, he's got a couple of hidden weapons behind the belt there as well. And then of course the toy tag itself for Sensei Wu, looking very cool, and obviously matching the design of all the other Ninjago characters that we've gotten, in terms of being a very similar layout of the actual toy tag, and then just having different insignias and colors for the specific parts, which is really cool, because again, it gives you a little bit of a uniform feel throughout the entire collection. If you collected all the Ninjago characters, they will all look relatively close to one another, which is neat. So with that in mind, speaking of looking neat, here is the flying white dragon. This thing is really cool. As you saw, when we were just talking about the opening part of this, when we looked at the box, I was like, that thing looks like a mess. It's really hard to sort out what it is. But I feel like once you actually assemble it, it looks a lot nicer, and it looks a lot better in person than it does on the package. I think that the picture on the package is almost a little bit inaccurate, or maybe just doesn't really capture the design very well, because I think once you look at it, you just realize how cool it is. The other thing that I found very interesting about this thing is how massive this dragon is. Like seriously, this thing is ginormous. It's one of the largest vehicles slash I guess kind of like mech characters that we've gotten throughout all of the Dimensions line. Like I mean, in comparison to most other things, like for example, I have the time traveling train right here. So this is still like, yes, it's a little bit longer and everything, but this thing is pretty ginormous. Just the overall scale of this thing and just how massive it looks is very cool. Plus, I love the implementation of some really cool pieces. For example, these blade pieces utilized as wings, looks great. Plus, that's a croissant piece. That's what they would usually use for like the actual, you know, baked good that is known as a croissant. So they just have it cast in white, and now it works as like little back horns or something for the dragon, which again, very clever use. I love the use of the blue and gold to bring a little bit of life to the design, because I feel like if it was just plain white for the most part, I think it would be very boring and kind of difficult to distinguish the details. But I think that they use beige, gold, and blue to really bring the whole thing to life and make it look that much better. Plus, the cool thing is that you can actually rotate his legs forwards and his arms forwards and backwards as you see fit, so you can get a little bit more for the design going. And I also like the little translucent display piece that they use to make it seem as though he's actually flying. But we do have two additional forms to look at, so let's go ahead and transform this guy to the Golden Fire Dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Fire Dragon is here. And I have to say, this thing seems to be just getting more and more majestic as we go with each form. I love this design. Like, I am genuinely, I'm going to say this. When going into Wave 2, I thought that this was going to be my least favorite vehicle and overall design out of all the 5 sets that have come out for Wave number 3. I thought I was not going to like it at all, but I have to say, this thing is just so cool looking. I mean, come on. It looks like some sort of a weird, like, legendary Pokemon almost, or Digimon or something. It just looks so cool. I love the fact that we have all these different articulated points where the head can actually move up and down. You can actually move this little front horn piece as well up and down, which is cool. The legs or I guess the legs and the arms do move around as well, so that's a cool little feature. Again, there's the croissant being used very, very effectively to create this kind of crescent chest piece, which looks sweet. And these blades just look amazing facing this way instead of outwards. I think they look a lot sleeker, and overall I like the overall feel and shape of this creature here that we have now assembled. But we still have one more form to look at, and that's the Ultra Destruction Dragon. So let's do this. Ultra Destruction coming right up. Alrighty guys, so here is the Ultra Destruction Dragon, and this thing definitely looks like the most offensive, or the most, I guess, I kind of said that about, I think, the Traveling Time Train before, but the most aggressive of the bunch, for sure. Like, it's definitely quite menacing and quite crazy looking. This wing design on the back looks really, really, really cool. It almost reminds me a little bit of like a gargoyle or something like that old school gargoyle cartoon. Has that kind of a feel. As you can see, the face and the head now of the creature is a lot larger than it was on the previous 2 iterations, especially with almost this like fire, like blue flame tongue or something. I don't even know what it's supposed to be on the front of it. Definitely makes the whole thing ginormously crazy. It does kind of look a little bit awkward in terms of the hands being all the way up here. I feel like it's kind of strange that it's like pointed up. You'd think it'd be more like towards us or like facing this way. So it does kind of look a little bit strange. Would have been nice if there was some way to like have it face this way, or maybe even take those and just stick them onto here, and maybe that won't look all that bad. But overall, still a very, very, very cool design, and definitely different to the 2 previous forms that we have seen. With that in mind, what I would love to hear from you is let me know in the comment section below, which was your favorite form of the Flying White Dragon? Was it the first one, the Flying White Dragon itself? Was it the Golden Fire Dragon? Or was it the Ultra Destruction Dragon that you see in front of you right now? So with that in mind, ladies and gents, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like. I'll catch all of you lovely folks next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.